December, the UN Security Council adopted Resolution 2720, calling for, among other things, the Secretary General to appoint a senior humanitarian and reconstruction coordinator for Gaza. Sigrid Kaag was appointed to the role, and 6 months later, during a briefing to the Council, she spoke of incremental progress and challenges out of her control.
Deliverables include the establishment of additional supply routes, the streamlining and facilitation which has taken place, whilst the space for acceleration remains very much subject to political will, as well as the enabling environment and conditions on the ground. There is no substitute for political will.
She would not elaborate on who she meant by lack of political will, but in her briefing, she was at times critical of Israel.
Since the start of the Israeli military operation in Rafah and the subsequent closure of the Rafah border crossing in early May, the volume of aid entering into Gaza or being distributed across Gaza has dropped significantly. Military activity and the lack of safe routes inside Gaza continue to severely impact humanitarian operations.
Some council members expressed frustration.
In spite of 4 resolutions, in spite of the ICJ order, in spite of this mechanism, in spite of all briefings and commitments, the humanitarian situation is not getting better.
After coming out of closed-door consultations, Russia's ambassador said Kaag is trying, but her aid mechanism isn't working.
It really doesn't function because of the absence of the ceasefire. The absence of the ceasefire, the absence of the ceasefire, and the absence of the ceasefire.
Sigrid Kaag also told the Council that by the middle of this month, she's hoping to have up and running an aid corridor from Egypt. She said there are UN monitors ready to deploy to Gaza to oversee the distribution of that aid if they receive the necessary visa approvals from the Israeli authorities. Gaybriel Elizondo, Al Jazeera at the United Nations in New York.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.